Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, just to expand on the market mechanics and how a money supply institution plays a very toppling effect in the whole market dynamics. So, um, let's take a premise there's a land and there's an island and it is inhabited by a set of humans. So essentially, that island is a community, and that community has essentially, let's say, with a very natural model of human life, which is with the family being the most fundamental unit of human existence. So there is family, and this whole population of the island is divided uh, the fundamental unit of human life on that island is a family, with a man being the lead figure who goes out and do certain transaction or do some work and come back and for his family, um, and suppose so like there is essentially there is this whole island has a very there is a dynamics of need and fulfillment of that need. So like everyone is in need of food, is in need of clothes, is in need of shelter. So there will be like some tradesman, some trader, someone who can do agriculture. So there are people who are essentially specializing or having expertise in different skills and trades and providing different services. So there will be a mutual trade of all these skills and services and the merchandise. So it will essentially create a market of mutual transaction. So on this island, every human is selling up, is coming up with their like the whole community, every family or every man in that family, for example, is um, coming up with an expertise or trying to be, you know, latch on to the whole market system and giving his own, providing his own expertise or his own merchandise into the market to earn for his family. So there is like a trader who trades in some say some we have like some commodity, say vegetable, there's or grains. There are some agriculture farm which managed by farmer who are producing those produce, and then there are like say roof maker who are like just doing the roof making or home making on the island, and they are essentially providing a skill. So there so there is further down the line there will be someone who will be selling those essential necessities which will help fulfill the different needs. For example, for a shelter, for making the roof, there will be certain raw material which will be needed for roof. So there will be someone who will be selling those material or producing those material. So there will be a interaction of these human agents among themselves, and they will be trading their skills and services and goods. So for example, take the example of this roof maker and this vegetable or commodities supplier, and then this farmer. So what will happen is like over the time the whole community will be in an equilibrium where the number of humans living in the in on the island essentially defines certain level of equilibrium where the necessities and the pricing of the commodities will be just enough where everyone can fulfill their needs and uh, uh, their like they can afford their necessities and still can can manage their life uh, um, without with definitely there will be someone who will be making much more getting much more share from the market. They will be essentially uh, the rich man of that island, that community. There will be someone who will not be making that much from the market, and they will be the poor man of that community. So there will be a rich and poor dynamics as well. But the point is the market and the price in the market of the essential goods, necessary goods, or the goods which are much more like everybody is in need of, it will have certain level of equilibrium where everybody is managing to get a share of it. Now what happens is like suddenly suppose a from an alien institution come in which act like a money supplier, someone from outside come as a money supplier. So what will happen in money supplier, uh, this will disrupt the whole market dynamics of that island, of that community, because earlier the demand and the supply was determining the price of the of the of the produce, of the product, of the merchandise in the which is being sold in the market. So nobody will sell something which nobody can afford. People will only be selling those products which everybody for which they can find a buyer. If there is something which just holding around, nobody is interested, nobody can afford it, it is just staying in the market, supplier will not be ready to bring those things into the market. It is of no good. It will not enter into a transaction. So uh, so eventually the, there will be price discovery, a product discovery thing where the product will come into the market only for which there are buyer, so only for which there are people who can afford to buy. So the equilibrium will make sure that always there is a price, so, the demand and the supply side have a match, and then that keeps the price good enough that where everyone is able to be part of that market, can be part of that transaction. Now, now what happens is that when this money suppliers comes in, maybe the initial my intuition will be very benign institution which is going to supply market with debt, but over the time this will play a very filthy role in the whole market and the community, and essentially it will become the hegemon which will be able to control the whole market. And not only that, it will then dictate the social dynamics, then not just the financial dynamics, the social dynamics, and then further on it becomes the manipulator of the market, and then like everything will just collapse. This is what is happening right now in the whole world. We can keep talking about many other things, but this is where the riba becomes so disgusting, disturbing, um, 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 tool to which essentially which destroy the whole human working society. That's why in the divine protocol, in the divine laws, legislation, riba, the interest is considered the worst thing we which for which there is like a strong, very strong condemnation, because condemnation. And we'll see how it essentially destroys the very essence of human life.